EA Sports. It's in the game.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Houston Texans. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Houston Texans. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you start to really assess some of the vets and, of course, some of the young players.
You're exactly right, because now there's a week's worth of film out there for everyone to watch. And for guys who may or may not make these particular teams, that film will be out there around the league, so maybe they can catch on somewhere else if they have to. But this would be a lot of fun to see how much time the veterans play versus how much time the young guys get.
Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense, a man born back in 1990 in Pocatello, Idaho. That's Taysom Hill.
I enjoyed watching him play at BYU and was always rooting for him. But unfortunately, most seasons he played there were cut short by injury. So when he got to the NFL, many people thought he was an absolute long shot. He has found a way to make himself invaluable to a team and has the ability that when he gets on the field, can make plays with his legs.
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Wendy Merciless. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
After a while, when you talk about J.J. Watt, you tend to run out of superlatives because he's just about done everything that a player can do in the league. NFL Defensive Player of the Year 3 times. Leads his team each and every game that he plays in. But the best part about him to me, besides the absolute physical talent, is that he elevates everyone else's game. He plays so well, plays so hard, that if you don't try to reach that and match that around him, it becomes obvious. So I think he elevates his team in that way.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second down is Hill. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Thomas barreling ahead. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39!
Hill on 1st down. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Back to the ground is Kamara. He juked him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Taking it in from the 20. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
Tremendous overall athlete, does everything that you're looking for. Big time in the quarterback run game against their better opponents, but can also operate skillfully from the pocket and can beat you with his mind as well.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Watson off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Red, black 22.
Out of the gun, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The Texans send the punter out as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken at the 37. Nifty footwork at the 45. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Hill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hill now to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 14-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Now it's Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
On second down, here's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun. Hill. That's caught by Meredith, right side. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Hill now on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green.
To throw is Hill. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Hill. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cameron Meredith from 10 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They faked the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Green the line! Green the line!
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Three scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. A great move by Montgomery. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go now.
Throwing again. Hill. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit.
Hill now operating from the red zone. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Throwing again is Hill. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go.
Hill throwing once more. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and it's 3rd and 4. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz's kick is good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
3-19.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Saints just continue to roll. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Detroit!
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Now let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Breaks through the contact. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
That's it, baby.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On the counter, here's Kamara. Down to the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. They'll set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's 3rd and short.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Lutz puts this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot.
Here we go.
That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Set up a throw. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll drop to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas from 19 yards away. And the Texans are in for 6. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Stephen HOU for the point after. HOU adds the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. To throw here. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really? By the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
So now the field goal unit trots out tonight from the left half. Should be a fairly easy one here. Looking to throw. NOLA, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work.
And sometimes pride wins, doesn't it? Because, yes, they're getting steamrolled here right now. They're down big, and they're going to try a fake field goal against them. Yeah, I'm not supposed to root, but good for them for stopping that one and showing that they haven't given up on this game.
Yeah, I just can't believe, though, that they tried the fake with this wide of a margin up that big. But like you said, kudos to the D.
Yeah, if the blood wasn't bad before,
it is now.
It might have started that way now.
throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Gets past one man. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit the tackle to Peter Kalambai.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All right, here we go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says, let's take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. Blue 90.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Set. Blue 90. Leopard.
back to throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Houston, good night, everybody.